Hi guys, I'm coming on today to talk to you about soul-aligned visibility when it comes to showing up for your business and for yourself to position you as an instant yes for your dream clients. Now, there's a lot of hype around soul alignment, soul-led. There's a lot of people using this phrase now. And for me personally, I wanted to just share what I mean when I talk about soul-aligned visibility. So soul-aligned visibility is about you being visible in a way that lights you up, that feels really good, that feels magnetic, that shows you in your best version of yourself. So, as an example, this might be you are amazing on camera. And I'm not saying you're amazing from day one because none of us are. That very first time you record anything that you're on camera, it feels uncomfortable, doesn't it? So it's about practicing and seeing what works for you and testing. Like you can't just say from the word go, I'm not very good at that, so I'm not going to do that type of thing. You have to test and experiment to find what your speciality is. It's the same with anything in life. Like, are you a creative person? How would you know that if you haven't done anything creative? Are you someone that is really good at maths? How would you know that if you haven't done any kind of maths before? And it's the same thing with your visibility. So it's about testing different practices. But for me personally, it's about helping my clients to understand how they can be visible in a way that really lights them up and makes them the most magnetic version of themselves. So you might be somebody that is really bubbly, really energetic in person. And I always like to talk about in person first because how we are in person is a reflection on how we can be online. So you might be someone that's quite confident around the right group of people in talking about what you do and talking about your passions and your life and everything, in which case I would be recommending things like video content like this, because if you've got that kind of bubbly energy, you're going to be amazing on video. People are going to be so drawn into what it is that you have to say. In other ways, you might be someone that's quite shy and reserved. Maybe you don't like to talk openly about what it is that you do in your life and everything that's going on, but you love to write. Then things like PR, blog posts, newsletters, even social media content with long captions on LinkedIn posts, that will work really well for you. And it's about really leaning into our strengths to be visible in a way that feels good. Because when we feel lit up, when we feel good about how we are being visible, we become so magnetic to the right people. And you want to be showing up in a way that shows your best version of you, because that is how you're going to pull in the right people. So, that in a nutshell is what soul line visibility is. And you cannot figure out what your version of being soul aligned visibility, what your own strategy is, until you tested different things. Now, you might know what your soul gifts are, you might know your human design, and in which case it can help you to understand what your strengths are before you've even tested anything. But you do still need to test, you still need to practice. I mean, even me doing this video now, the very first video that I did, I definitely wasn't confident. I hated every second of it. My palms were sweating, my hands were shaking. I don't even know what I said. I kind of just word vomited at my audience, and it was just uncomfortable as hell. But the more I practiced it helped me to then realize that actually video content is what lights me up the most. I love to record videos because one, it's really quick and easy. Two, it means that you get my personality out there, which means that the right people that are aligned to me will be magnetized to me. And three, it helps me to show my audience what it is that I'm all about and gets a feel for how it's going to be when you work with me, because I work mainly one-to-one with my clients, but it's a very personal experience when you work with me. So I want my audience to get to know who I am and what I'm all about. That is soul aligned visibility in a nutshell. So I hope this has helped you today. If you are feeling like you have been trying the same thing over and over, you're not really getting the results, you're feeling frustrated, and you're just feeling drained with being visible in a certain way, perhaps it's time to shift things up a notch. As an example, I have actually, as of yesterday, come off of Instagram and Facebook because I just found that they were draining my energy. Now, that's not to say I'm not going to post on there again, but it just means that's now no longer my priority in being visible. I'm using things like YouTube and TikTok and my podcast to be more visible. So lean into what is working for you, test, analyze, like see the data, like look at what is working for you and what feels good. Because when you feel good, when you feel lit up, that is when you're going to magnetize. And being magnetic isn't about attracting everybody, it's about attracting the right people into your world. Hope this has helped you today. Have a peaceful day. Mwah.